So I said in the last video, I probably wouldn't have anything up before Christmas, but then I thought, well, you know what? I could just record like a pregnancy update thing real quick. So I am now in my 3rd trimester. I'm so big. Like I feel like I'm as big as I was at the end of my first pregnancy. It's just ridiculous. And, you know, with my first, I didn't buy any maternity clothes whatsoever. Like I wore what I had. I had a lot of already like stretchy pants that just fit all the way through. I bought some just men's like Walmart shirts for like $10. I think I bought like 4 of those. That was the only extra thing that I bought. And again, I didn't buy anything that was specifically maternity because I didn't want clothes that I can only wear while I'm pregnant, right? But this time, because I've gotten so big, because I'm now, I think my weight is almost what it was at the end of the first pregnancy. So that's awesome. So now I've had to buy some stuff. I have 2 maternity shirts that I got from Target that I really like. They've got the, what do you call it? The side where it's all like pinched. I don't know anything about clothes. Anyway, I got 2 of those. And when I bought them, they were great because they were like super long. But then I've grown so much more and I just bought them. Like a few weeks ago and already like they're creeping up. The belly's gonna pop through. And pants, I have resisted getting maternity pants because I just hate them and I don't want to pay for them. Oh God. I tried on a couple and they were just terrible. So I've just been getting like leggings, and again, I've had the same problem where I've bought some like cheap ass leggings and they fit. And then the next week it's like, oh my God, these are way too tight. So, you know, I'm getting by with what I have, but it's getting rough. I've had a lot more, pain this time in terms of like the downstairs belly area. I'll call it like the pubic area and groin and just like the side of my stomach. I think that's where the round ligament pain is. And the fun thing is I never know when it's going to happen and what movement is going to trigger it. It seems totally random. So it's a surprise every time. I'll just get this sharp, like terrible pain, and it's fun. Oh, I found out I am not immune to measles. So that's fun. I know I had the MMR vaccine, you know, when I was tiny. And then I believe I had a booster when I was like a teenager, but maybe I never did. I'm not quite sure about that. I thought they give the booster when you're a teenager, which I feel like I would have gotten that, but maybe not. But yeah, they didn't test for that during the first pregnancy. I wish they had, because then I could have gotten it right after, because it's not a vaccine that they'll give you while you're pregnant. So, you know, I would have gotten it right after my first, but I had no idea. But yeah, they tested here, so I have to wait until after I give birth again to get it. That's a little bit scary because it's definitely not something you want to contract, definitely not something you want to pass on, you know, to your baby. But other than that, everything's been good. Had to do the glucose tolerance test. That was fine. The place I go, I'm like in and out. They're always super quick. I think I had like one appointment that took a while because they were swamped. But every other appointment has been like super, super quick. Heartburn, of course. I had that last time too. I just started taking the Zantac again because it got to the point where it's like, okay, I don't want to be having like 4 or more Tums a day. Like that just seems a little extreme, you know, like 1 or 2. Okay, fine. And I had a night where like I woke up with it. That's what happened with the first pregnancy. I remember I woke up and it hurt so bad. I was almost crying. So yeah, I take a Zantac like around like 9 or 10 at night. So I'm like safe while I sleep, and that helps a lot. I was on Unisom for a little bit. Also something I took last time. But I built up a tolerance to it, which is what happens with Unisom. It's not a long-term solution. I was just hoping that I would be able to, I don't know, sleep a little bit better. I think I'm just an incredibly light sleeper. I think I said this before. You know, my partner was like, you move and like wake up constantly. Like you may not know that you're waking up. Because to me, it's like I wake up like one time to go to the bathroom, that's it. He's like, no, you're constantly waking up and shifting around and stuff. So I think I just sleep really, really poorly. When I took the Unisom, it's like, man, you know, it knocked me out. I really felt like I was not waking up at all. My partner said like I was not moving. I was really out, but I didn't feel any better. Like I didn't feel more rested or anything. And like I said, then I built up a tolerance and it wasn't working anymore at all. I wasn't feeling like really tired and falling immediately to sleep when I put my head on the pillow. So yeah, I don't know. That's something I want to deal with after pregnancy, after baby's been born for a little bit, when baby's been born for a little bit. Baby has existed for a little bit. I don't know. Once things have settled down, I would like to look into that more and try to figure out what's going on, because I've said before, even when I'm not pregnant, I need 9.5 hours of sleep a night, which sucks. I've had blood work done, thyroid, all that kind of stuff. Everything was fine. And maybe it's something, like I said, where I'm just not sleeping deeply enough. And maybe that can be fixed. I don't know. But I did sleep 11 hours last night. I went to bed super early and I was hoping I'll wake up a little bit early. I'll get some work done before, baby and everyone else gets up. But of course, no, I woke up at the same time. So I ended up getting 11 hours of sleep and I don't feel like it. No, I feel like I got 6. I know it seems like I'm complaining a lot, but that's just what I do. I'm excited. I'm finally to the point, and I think this is how it was with my first kid too. It was about, sometime in the 3rd trimester, I really started getting excited. Holy shit, we're having a baby. And I wanted to order all these toys and stuff. I was really excited. I remember waiting because we used the Amazon registry, and they gave you for certain items, I want to say it was 20% off or something, but you couldn't order until a certain point. I think it was 60 days or something before your due date. So I was just waiting and I was so excited to just order stuff. What? No, I don't have that now at all, which is good because we don't have anything to buy. We've kept everything, from my first kid, but I am getting super, super excited. Oh, I want to hold this little baby. And it's funny too, because they're so different from my first one in terms of movements and stuff. Number one, this one has been crazy. Both ultrasounds, they were moving so much. It was hilarious. Especially with the anatomy, it was so hard for them to get any measurements because they're just flipping around and moving their hands up and down. And oh my God, it was so cute. But even now with their movements, with my first, they would often push in the same spot on my left side. And they would just, once they get big enough to where it's not these spastic movements where they just kind of push, probably with their foot, right? And they just hold it there and it hurts, it feels like it's bruising almost. So I would just put my hand there and push back, go away, stop pushing there. And they'd always move and stop pushing there for a while. Well, this one does not give a fuck. This one also pushes around there and also closer into my belly button too. And they'll just hold and I'll push and they'll just stay there. Or they'll move for 5 seconds and then go back to that spot and push again. So it's a constant battle. It's just a constant battle. Me being please, this hurts. So that's been really interesting. Also, just when they move, this one loves, their favorite thing is as soon as I lay down on my side to go to sleep, they just attack me. Now, luckily, they can't really do that so much anymore because, again, they're getting bigger now, so they can't do the really, really fast, sporadic movements. But man, they used to just full on just attack my side as soon as I laid down. Oh my God. And they do it for a while. It wasn't a brief thing. They do it and then stop and then do it. It's really hard to get to sleep. That was another reason why I started taking the Unisom, because it's okay, maybe I can ignore this enough to actually get to sleep. And again, it did help for 2 weeks. Oh, how long has that been there? Oh, cool. Food-wise, I said in the pregnancy announcement video that I was not having the food aversions and just the, just aversion to all food, in general, this time that I had the first time, which is one of the reasons why I'm heavier now. Not only did I start this pregnancy a little bit heavier, but I didn't lose several pounds in the first trimester like I did the first time, just because I could not eat. I just did not want food. This time I was yeah, food is still good. I had some aversion, I had some nausea, but it was nothing like the first pregnancy. I know a lot of women say that their second is so much harder than their first, but honestly, overall, this one has been substantially easier. I still have my weird food things that I've had. It really carried over from my first pregnancy. I really had it, even before I got pregnant this time. I feel like I'm a little kid again. I was such a picky eater. There was 5 foods that I would eat. I would not eat leftovers. And that's kind of where I am now. I'm just incredibly picky. I will make something and love it, and then the next day it's not like, oh, I don't really want that. It's like, no, that sounds disgusting to me. And I don't know if it's because it's like in the fridge and it's cold now. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's very frustrating. Luckily, I have a lot of staple foods that I can eat regularly. Burritos are huge. We use these low carb wraps that I really love, and they don't have like a ton of calories, right? And then just put like beans, the Beyond Meat Feisty Crumbles, if we can find them. They're usually out of stock, unfortunately. And guacamole and salsa. That's pretty much it. Ooh, and Taco Bell hot sauce. Oh my God, it's so good. Why is it so good? Why is it so much better than any other hot sauce? I literally went to Taco Bell the other day with my kid just because we were almost out of the packets. So we shared a burrito, and I grabbed like 20, probably more than 20. But yeah, that's one thing. The Morningstar Farm Meat Lovers Burger. Oh my God, I love that thing so much. It is so good. I've probably eaten it, I don't know, 20, 30 times since they came out with it, or since we first had it, which was just like a couple months ago. It is by far my favorite vegan burger. I love it so much, and it's got so much protein in it. Oh, I just eat it with pickles and ketchup on a whole wheat hamburger bun. Soylent has been helpful too. I have that probably every few days or so if I just really need to eat something. Because that has been the problem actually for the past maybe few weeks, is that number one, I'm waiting way too long to eat, which is what I normally do when I'm not pregnant. But I've started doing that again because I just don't want food until like 2 o'clock. It's crazy. Like I have to force myself to eat just at noon, which is kind of nuts. And then, I don't know, I just won't eat, and then it's like nighttime, and I've got to shove all this food in, and then I have terrible heartburn because I'm shoving a bunch of food in. So I'm getting better about that. But yeah, there are some times when I just don't want anything, or I don't want to make anything, and Soylent can be really, really helpful. So I have one of those now, I think every other day or so. Oh, oatmeal. I always have my oatmeal in the morning with peanut butter and walnuts and chia seeds, soy milk, all that kind of stuff. And then other than that, it's just, random things that I'll crave. Like a few weeks ago, I needed curry really bad, so I made a curry. I needed a pasta salad. I was in the store shopping, and I don't know, I was getting canned beans, and I just realized like, oh my God, I need a noodle bean, like Italian dressing kind of salad. Oh, we had something really tasty last night. We got the Gardein meatloaf. I don't know. We've only seen that one time. In fact, I think we got it at Target, which we don't go to a lot because there's not one close to us, but we went to Target and saw it. I haven't seen it anywhere else. And it was actually really good. Now, the gravy that comes with it is disgusting. It is just like their other gravy that they sell with the Gardein roast. Not just like it, but they're both like really terrible, just disgusting. They're like, I don't know, it just tastes like it's flavored with like yeast extract, and that's it. It's really disgusting. And this one is like really watery too. I don't remember if the other one was like that, but it tastes like there's no fat in it. It's like just water and yeast extract, and it's brown, so it looks like gravy. It's disgusting. But the actual meatloaf was really, really good. So we had that with some roasted potatoes and some roasted cauliflower and broccoli. Oh, and I've been making this pasta recipe. Made it a couple times in the last week or so. This pasta recipe from Issa. I think it's is it the Issa Does It book? I think so. But it's this like creamy sun-dried tomato pasta. There's sun-dried tomatoes in the sauce, and then there's more sun-dried tomatoes just like in the dish, like julienned kind of, finely. I just buy sun-dried tomatoes that are already julienne so I can make the dish really quick. And I use a protein-rich pasta. I use like a red lentil or yellow lentil pasta, which I really like. That's the only like non-wheat pasta that I can eat that I actually like, because it doesn't taste like bean or greens or like rice or anything like that. It doesn't get super gummy. I do find that you have to cook it a lot longer than the package says. I've tried the Trader Joe's brand and like another brand from Walmart, and they say 8 to 10 minutes, but I cook it for like 15 because it's still pretty not even al dente, more than al dente, honestly. Then I also cook the Gardein like chicken strips separately and eat that with it as well. So it's got like tons of protein, it's got vegetables, and of course I take all the supplements that I need to take: prenatal, DHA, choline, extra vitamin D. I do take extra vitamin D when I'm pregnant. So yeah, it's been pretty good. It hasn't been terrible, this pregnancy. And it is nice that I'm not so, I mean, number one, I'm just not so nervous about things in general. You know, with your first, it's just everything is so scary and everything's so new. Whereas this time I'm just like, yeah, whatever. And I'm not worried about the hospital because that was just so scary to me. Number one, I'd never given birth. Number two, I'd never even stayed like overnight in a hospital. Just the whole thing was really scary. But now that I've done it, I'm just like, whatever, which is really nice. I feel like I can just be excited and actually like try to enjoy this as much as possible. And of course, having a kid and like trying to explain it to them, and like that's been really fun. Oh, exercise. Yeah, about that. No, I didn't exercise for several weeks for a while there. I just started up again. It's rough because being so tired, and of course I exercise and then I just want to die. I just want to fall asleep on the floor. So it's really rough to do it. Yeah, I'm just sticking to pretty easy stuff. I've mentioned BabyFit by Amy before. It's been really cool because she got pregnant with her first good while before I did, I think. So by the time I got pregnant and was looking for prenatal workouts, she had already uploaded like several prenatal workouts. And it's great because she's actually pregnant doing the workouts. You know, that's really cool. You don't always see that. And then she's just had another baby and the same thing. You know, she had her baby before me, and so started uploading even more prenatal workouts. So again, I get pregnant again and I look and it's like, oh my God, there's like way more workouts now. This is great. Yeah, so I've mostly just been doing those, and they're short too. They're like 20 to 30 minutes at the most, which is like all I can handle. I can't do anything more than that. And just like walking, you know, with my kid and, you know, look, I fully consider going to the store and walking around the grocery store. That is exercise for me now. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's great. Okay, subscribe, support the channel, patreon.com/unnaturalvegan, and I will have a new video very soon.
This is this feet.
Yes.
I'm gonna tickle this.
You want me to tickle your toes? I don't really want to tickle your toes.
Chip.
Don't take my chip. Hey.
Take a bite of it.
Give me my chip.